Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning routine. It's Tuesday morning, March the 20th, 2018, episode number 307. And yes, today is the first day of spring. Congratulations, you have made it to spring. Winter is officially over. Don't worry that it's still snowing outside here in northeast of the states. Don't worry that there might be ice. Don't worry that it's 20 degrees outside this morning, because it doesn't matter, because spring has started today. So all that weather outside is just make-believe. Just think that. It's just make-believe. There's actual flowers and green grass out there. It just has to be covered by cold air and snow. So welcome to spring, everybody. It is today. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your Mondays were exceptionally well. I hope things went smoothly, or at least close to smoothly as you wanted it to. My day, so I'm in sales. I sell produce. That's what I do. That's my job. We've talked about it before. And yesterday was a day in my work sales can be tough. Yesterday was one of those days when you're like, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Has everybody forgotten who I am? The life of a salesperson. You have days of victory and you have days where you feel like everybody's kicking you in the shins. And yesterday was a day of kicking in the shins. But it did end in great excitement as I sat with a couple people last night and formulated a more accurate, more focused, more strategic plan for the Ment Life project that I've been messing around with for a year now and trying to figure out how to move forward. I've had people who I've seen and contacted me and asked for material and information, and I'm like, I don't have anything. And yesterday I got to formulate a plan with a couple people, which is exciting. So I'm hoping that great things are to come relatively soon. I will throw this out there to you. If you love creating content, if you like to write blog posts, if you like to just do social media posts on Instagram, stuff like that, if you like to do things like that, let me know, because I am looking for an all play. I cannot do this project on my own. I am looking for anybody who's excited about encouraging people to step out and discover who they're meant to be and having the courage to do it, and how to encourage other people along the way. So if you would like to be one of those people, feel free to contact me and we can work together on what that would look like. So I'm very excited about that. But I thank you guys for being here this morning on the morning routine on Facebook Live, whether it's this morning or throughout the day, and on the podcast and on YouTube as well. So thanks for joining me. If you are on the podcast, don't forget to rate them. Like, subscribe. A rating goes a long way in other people finding them, because they're so out there, as you guys know, that even me, I look for new podcasts. I'm like, where do I even find them? Well, ratings help those things run to the top of the list so people can find them more easily. So that would be awesome. But I do have some story. Wait, before we go on stories, I just want to say, I was going to dedicate this episode to the first day of spring, but I was reminded of something yesterday, just out of the blue. It popped into my head. I don't know why. And I would like to dedicate today's episode to the third brake light. Now you say, freedom, that is the strangest thing you've ever said. Actually, you probably won't say that, because I know I've said stranger. The third brake light. When I was in high school, cars did not have a third brake light. The one up in the window, the one up top. For everybody who's younger who never knew this, it's the one up on the top thing, So that didn't exist. There was two brake lights on the bottom, right there. And then all of a sudden, people started going to the store, and they would buy a third brake light at Kmart in the auto section. And they would stick it in the rear window and run a wire through, and they would take a car that was 20 years old, put a third brake light on it, to hope that it made it look like a brand new car, because the very brand new cars coming out had the third brake light in it, right? You guys remember this, right? You guys remember this thing. This is the same time when they were well, no, it's not. It was after that when they would put the fake cell antennas on the cars as a decoration, and people would get carried away and they put like 5 and 10 of them on there. It was the craziest thing ever. But today's episode is dedicated to the third brake light. Yes, I remember the change. I find that more profound than the seatbelt. So Go figure. But I do have stories for this morning. First story that I have for you has to do with one of the favorite beverages in the world, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, out of NPR, this article comes. Coca-Cola will introduce the first alcoholic drink. What? In the company's 125-year history, tapping into a growing trend in Japan for mildly intoxicating drink mixes. The new brand will compete in a category known as Chuhi, a canned drink, the main ingredient of which is a vodka-like distillation of rice, barley, and potatoes known as sake or shoku, or I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just saying stuff. Chuhi also typically includes sparkling water and flavoring. It makes sense to give this a try in our market, he said, but I don't think people around the world should expect to see this kind of thing from Coca-Cola. So why do it there then? Why take a 125-year history of providing smiles and memories? You go to the Coke Museum in Atlanta, and it all talks about the experiences, their brand of bringing people together and stuff. Why enter into the alcoholic beverage market when you don't have to? It's an interesting question. I don't know the answer to that. Coke's Japanese business is unusually experimental, trying out 100 new products on average each year. They could never do that here in the U.S., but over in Japan, they can do that and get away with it. So that's what's going on with Coca-Cola. The next story that I have, out of Wired.com. Sea level rise in the San Francisco Bay Area just got a lot more dire. What? If you move to the San Francisco Bay Area, prepare to pay some of the most exorbitant home prices on the planet. We've heard this before. Also prepare for the fact that someday your new home could be underwater. It's not funny. I mean, but it's funny because people will continue to pay high prices for waterfront property when they know. It's not like we think it may happen. It will happen. I don't know. Sea level rise threatens to wipe out swaths of the bay. Swaths or swaths. A weird word, of the bay's densely populated coastlines. The coastal land is also sinking, making a rising sea that much more precarious. Considering sea level rise alone, models show that at the low end, 20 square miles could be inundated by year 2100. So you've got 82 years to enjoy it. But factor in subsiding land, and that estimate jumps to almost 50 square miles. Whoa. By the year 2100. That's crazy. Geological phenomenon called subsidence. Yes, Treasure Island, which resides between San Francisco and Oakland, is sinking fast at a rate of 1/3 of an inch a year. San Francisco Airport is also sinking fast and could see half its runways and taxiways underwater by the year 2100. So that is what's going on out there. As always, when you're buying oceanfront property, maybe it's wiser to buy third and fourth row property because that's really an investment in the future, because that will be front row oceanfront property years down the road. You know, interesting concept. You get a lot cheaper too, so maybe give that a try. But anyways, that's what's going on in San Francisco. The last story that I have for you today has to do with MoviePass. Yes, for those who don't know what MoviePass is a subscription. You can go online, search MoviePass, you go to their website, and it costs $10, less than like $9.99, whatever, a month to see as many movies as you want to see in the theaters a month. Like unlimited. One per day, but unlimited. So you can see a maximum of how many days are in that particular month through MoviePass. Last August, MoviePass had 20,000 subscribers. They had a big push of MoviePass in around the holidays, and as of February of this year, it had 2 million. It went from 20,000 in August to 2 million subscribers today. Well, great. So you would say that is phenomenal success. Like what a launch. Unfortunately, it has caused them so many problems that I don't know. They might not be able to scale fast enough to keep relevant. The problem started early. MoviePass could not keep up with demand. They acknowledged that it sometimes took weeks for the company to deliver the debit cards to new subscribers. When you became a member, they sent you a debit card, looks like a credit card, and when you went in to use your movie, you would swipe it, and that's how they knew it was you and that you had a Movie Pass subscription. And it would take weeks to get that card when you signed up. Complaints to customer service lines would either go unanswered or inadequately addressed because they didn't have enough customer service people. Customers who don't realize they need to register the card before their first Movie Pass purchase, or who were unclear about whether a specific theater honors Movie Pass, were getting no answers. Yes. And then the demand for Black Panther tickets. The first 2 weekends overwhelmed Movie Pass's system, leading to brownouts and slower response times in the app as well. They are making now strategic hires, more reps, strengthening the back end, and that should go a long way to resolve these hiccups and hopefully regain their composure and continue on providing a great service to the people who like to watch movies for less than $10 a month. That's insane. So that's what's going on with Movie Pass. I bring that to you because we had talked about it, and I actually had suggested if you're a moviegoer because that's cheap, you know? So on we go, guys. Let's move on to Google Trends, the top 10 most searched things yesterday on Google. Number 1, Austin bombings. Number 2, Cambridge Analytica. Number 3, the first day of spring. We're here. Number 4, Cynthia Nixon. Number 5, weather radar. Weather radar. Everybody's worried about this storm on the East Coast and where it's going to be and what it's going to do. So far, where we're located, it might not even be anything. It's amazing. So, number 6, Sea of Thieves. Number 7, Uber. Now, guys, this is big, okay? I have to stop. I have to expound on this. It's probably going to be on our trending news stories this morning as well. The first event ever of a self-driving car running a person over happened. Yes. And it was an Uber autonomous car. There was a driver in the car, but was not holding the wheel. The car was driving itself. And Uber has now ceased all autonomous car trials until they can go and find out what happened in this particular situation. So that is why it's trending on our Google searches. Number 8, Aubrey O'Day. Number 9, Graves' disease. And number 10, Selena Gomez. Welcome to the list, Selena Gomez. Haven't seen you in a while. So on we go, guys, to some trending news stories. Top of the list, Ol Payette Conservancy. Last male northern white rhino has passed away. Next, we have Sushma Swaraj. India confirms 39 workers were killed. Wow. By IS. That's crazy. This is out of BBC, the Indian government. Okay. Next, we have southeastern United States. Tornadoes, severe storms tear through parts of southeast. Then we have Nicolas Sarkozy. Former French leader Sarkozy held over Libyan funding inquiry. Then we have the Weinstein Company. The Weinstein Company files for bankruptcy, cancels non-disclosure agreements. Then we have Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Cruz's brother arrested for trespassing at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Then we have Kagiso Rabada. Rabada's ban overturned, cleared to play in Cape Town. I believe that it is a cricket team, if I'm not mistaken. So, then we have China. Lee says China will keep opening and wants to avoid trade war. Then we have Facebook. Facebook's security chief leaving over handling of disinformation, report says. And last but not least, Donald Trump makes the list. Wow, this is the first one of Donald Trump on that whole list. That's amazing. WAPO. Trump lawyers trying to get ahead of Mueller interview. And that is what's going on in the trending news this morning. Let's move forward to something that's a little bit more important. A passage of wisdom this morning. Today's passage of wisdom, guys. This one is awesome. I've got to tell you, this one is great. Get ready. Just get ready for it. Get ready to soak in the words. Woo, it's going to be great. Keep in mind as we go into this, guys, I want you to think of a trial or tribulation or a tough time that you have gone through or maybe in the middle of going through. I want you to keep one of those in mind. We all have a couple. Keep one of them in mind. Now, the passage of wisdom today is from 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 and 4. Let us give thanks to God, the God from whom all help comes. He helps us in all our troubles. Are you ready? So that we are able to help others who have all kinds of troubles using the same help that we ourselves have received from God. Did you hear that? Is that not amazing? Listen, let us give thanks to God, the God from whom all help comes. Okay, we got that part out. Now, he helps us in all our troubles. The trouble that you were thinking of, the tough time that you went through recently or are going through right now, he helps us in all of our troubles. He will help you, and he has helped you. If you look back and see, you can say, wow, he really did. He guided me in this way. He put this person in my life. This positive outcome might have came from it. This effect happened, whatever. You can think of them. And then, so that we are able to help others who have all kinds of trouble using the same help that we ourselves have received from God. That's amazing. The help that God has given you in times past, when you've been in trouble, when you've had a moment, when you have felt weak, found yourselves feeling weak, the trouble that you can, or the help that you have seen that you got from him. Now you take that help and you help other people who are in trouble in the same way. They have all kinds of troubles, and you help them with how God helped you. This is a great passage on basically paying it forward, guys. What a great one. So today, when you think about something you're going through right now or that you've gone through recently, think about what you've gotten from it. Think about the help that you've gotten. Point to the things that have been positive, that have helped you along the way, and then look for people that are going through what you went through and they're going through it now, and go and provide that to them. Awesome. Let's pray, guys, and let's get this day started. Father, good morning. Father, thank you for this Tuesday. Thank you for the first day of spring. Father, it's such a blessing to see the different seasons change and the beauty of each season. Time of winter, which is like a time of rest. Springtime is that invigorating. Summer is we're outdoors doing things. Fall, the beautiful colors and the kind of the calming thing, and back to school, and then into the restful time of winter again. But spring, for some reason, is one of those things that everybody loves. We thank you for the seasons. Father, thanks for being here today as we went through the morning routine, and thank you for this passage of wisdom that you have given us. The reminder that you are where all help comes from. And the help that you give us is not just for us to consume selfishly and keep for ourselves. It's for us to use and then move forward and look to help others with that same help that you have given us. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you for the encouragement of that is what we're supposed to do. Father, we love you and we thank you. Keep us safe and protected today as we go out into the world. And we love you so much. Amen. And that, my friends, is a magnificent wrap to the morning routine. Thanks for being here today. I hope that your Tuesday is spectacular. I hope that spring treats you right today. And until tomorrow when we meet again, don't you forget that today is